Hello. The reason why this guy is here, the owner complained that he sees oil residue in the reserve tank, and also he complained about loss of oil, and again he complained about loss of water, which means, on other terms, coolant. Um, so we had to do a few tests to check what's the problem with the car. We started with the water leakage, the coolant leakage. Um, After the owner complained about coolant, we had to do pressure tests to see where the leakage occurs. Hence, using this tool. This tool is normally used to see whether there is leakage in the system. And also, when working on these cars, you have to use this for bleeding. So we had a pressure test and came to a conclusion there was coolant leakage on a pipe on the water pump, which is this pipe. This pipe has a seal. The seal worn out. There was a worn out seal in the vehicle to lose coolant. Hence, you have to replace this seal around here. After finishing with the side of coolant, we now went to see what was the main reason why the car was losing oil and why there was oil residue in the reserve tank. Now, we had to remove the major reason why there was oil residue on the reserve tank is on these cars. Normally, when you use water, there is always a wear and tear. There is rust inside the oil cooler. Hence, you will find inside the oil cooler the ways of water and oil get to mix inside. On this is the oil cooler. So after opening, we found the oil. We find this white residue here is oil and water when they mix. Um, for the oil leakage, there is seals. There are seals on the oil cooler and the oil cooler housing. This one here. This is the oil cooler housing. Now, when the oil cooler housing seals wear and tear, when they become worn out, there is always oil leakage because the seals are worn out. Hence, as you can see, I have already cleaned, but if you come here, you will see some oil residue. You will see some oil residue around this area. This is where the oil cooler and the oil cooler housing are placed. The major reason as to why oil coolers fail is lack of using coolant. For these cars, it is highly recommended to use coolant, and the specific coolant is G13, such that it has the ingredients and chemicals to resist rust from happening in this vehicle. It will take me roughly 2 hours, 2.5 hours at most to return everything and the car to start. An Audi A5. Yeah.